What's good? This is BeastNamedJoe coming back at it. Actually, this is my first video, so that was said for no reason. But I found this game online. It's called This Is the Police. You know, obviously from the title right here, you can tell. I just wanted to do like a little walkthrough and a let's play commentary over it, just because you know, I like playing games, so I figured I should try out recording myself playing games, because a lot of time when I play games, I kind of like talk to yourself while you play games. So hopefully you guys enjoy this. If you do like it, throw a like down, throw a comment down, say what's up, say what you think about it, say what you think I should work on, whatnot, and so forth. Okay, so I've already started to play this game. It's kind of like a noir game. It's really like a narrated comic strip for the video. There isn't really much action. It's you kind of just click through and you pick, you know, you pick what options throughout the day. You kind of have shifts, and you're supposed to be like this police chief. There's a whole story. We'll hit that. We'll look at it. We got time for that. You know, I don't know how many videos I'm going to do of this. I'm just going to kind of keep going along until I get bored or everybody else gets bored and they're like, this is stupid and you should just never fucking do this again. And I'll probably just turn off my computer and probably never touch it again. I'm just joking. So, let me get back at this. I'm just going to start the story and let's see what happens. So his story, new game. That's fine, since I died last time I played, because I'm ass, but let's go. Alright, Mayor Rogers, sex maniac. The fact, Freiburg's #1 paper. Mark War II to be shown in Freiburg the day before the worldwide premiere, by the mayor's personal request. Okay. City Hall confirms rumors of Jack Boy's resignation. Okay, so basically all this is, just like kind of what's happening in the city at this very moment. If you've never seen the game, you're just kind of looking for you know, a video to watch and whatnot. So pretty much just Mayor Rogers, sex maniac, just fucking mayor of the town, obviously. Oh, by the way, I have like the dirtiest mouth ever, so I'm gonna be swearing a lot, and I really could give two fucks, to be 100% honest with you. So if you don't like swearing, don't watch the video. Obviously, just click away now, because there's going to be a lot of swearing, a lot of stupidity. I might say a lot of dumb things, but you know, that's just the type of person I am. So now we're just going to go through and we're going to go to work and listen to the cutscene. Fucking car is already half broken. He's going to need some money to fix that. Hopefully I have that option, you know, eventually. I haven't gotten that far yet.
When I was a kid, my father sometimes told me at bedtime that if I closed my eyes and didn't open them for a long time, all the demons would blow away. Yesterday I turned 60, but I still take his advice. Not because I'm sentimental or want to keep the memory of my father alive. I just can't think of a better solution. To get away from all the demons that haunt Freiburg, I'd need to wear a blindfold 24/7. Plus, it's a good idea to act blind when talking to reporters. At least that's what my colleagues say. They're afraid of press conferences. But for me, it's more like a confessional. No matter what lies you tell, you're privately thinking the honest answers. It helps me remember who I am. The fact that I'll be reading all about it in the papers tomorrow is a small price to pay. Call it penance for the preacher.
Okay, that was a little weird. sounds like he's been like, you know, depressed all his life.
I'm afraid of those answers my mind has given me. Not because I'm mad I'm losing my job. Though it's true, I'm mad as hell. Not because I subconsciously blame everyone else. Though I damn sure do blame them. And don't even ask me what my next move is. I can't imagine. But even that doesn't scare me. The worst thing is, I know I'm going to have to do something. I'll be damned if I know how far I'll go. I may have a lot of vices, but predictability isn't one of them.
I really feel like this is a book, you know, just a narrate audiobook, but it sounds good.
I learned a long time ago how to drive away the swarming demons. But what do you do when they're trying to rip your soul from your skin? Shutting my eyes tight as I can. The best solution remains the same. Play blind. I just hope the reporters think I was blinded by the camera flash.
Alright, so let's just talk about what we just watched. Alright, so he's pretty much, his voice is a little kind of like, raspy. It actually sounds kind of like he's sick and tired of life. He sounds like he's just done with it all, and he's just like he's mad at what happened, but you can't change the past, so fuck it. Let's just go out with a bang. Let's see what we can do. That's kind of what it sounds like to me. That was great. I thought that was a pretty cool cutscene. All right, so let's go with. Let me start with this. This is a press conference right now. We have to do these occasionally, when things happen. You have to go. These are reporters. They're gonna ask you questions. You say good morning. Yesterday they asked you questions. You have obviously answers. We'll go over those in a little bit. So yesterday the mayor's office officially announced your resignation. Did this come as a surprise, or did you know about it in advance? So the responses are surprise. The mayor discussed it with me. I've been expecting this bullshit from the mayor. Or what's the difference? I think, personally, I don't know how I want to come at this whole situation. I don't really know much about the game. When I was playing it earlier, I was thinking I was probably just going to go for it in the most asshole way, just kind of fucking just balls out. I'm 60 years old. I'm fucking about to retire because you all fuckers have, you have made me have to retire. So let's just go with, I don't know, let's go with, I've been expecting this bullshit from the mayor. So, he says, Mayor Rogers is a dishonorable, corrupt politician, and he's been waiting for an opportunity to get rid of me. He said, do you already know the name of your successor? So we'll say, who cares? 'Cause I don't give a fuck. Why are you even asking this question? Who the hell? I'm getting fired. Why would I even want to answer that question? That's just ridiculous. Go fuck yourself. So, I've done my job, and I'm just about finished with it. Soon my only interest will be cigars and jazz. Frankly, I don't care who takes my place. Alright. Pretty much sums it all up. Pretty much I'm chilling. I don't got nothing else to do. After this, I'm sitting back relaxing. I don't give a fuck what happens. I'm not going to be there no more. It's like work, Fuck it. Why the fuck would he care? So, after the recent corruption scandal, your deputy, Francis Kendrick, said he was looking forward to resigning. If the mayor offered him your position, would that change his mind? Let's go with no way. I don't know who he is, but he must be my friend. He's made up his mind to leave. I don't see anything affecting that decision, and you'll learn why in a little bit. Although Kendrick was acquitted, which is his, obviously we know now, it is his old partner. Although Kendrick was acquitted, many still believe that the police are still cooperating with the mafia. Do you have anything to say about this? Besides saucy, no. That is that's been happening for years and years. I'm innocent. Bullshit. Why would I ever tell you that if it's true, you fucking idiot? Next, do you think your personal relationship with the mayor can be the reason behind your retirement? I don't really know my personal relationship with the mayor, but I'm hoping it's not a man, you know what I'm saying? But we're just gonna say, how the fuck should I know? You better ask that motherfucker. And it says thank you. I'm assuming that's it. And cut to the long cut scene.
How's the back today, Mr. Boyd?
Same as usual.
How did the press conference go?
You can read about it in the newspapers tomorrow. Don't let anyone in.
Even Mr. Kendrick?
Especially Mr. Kendrick.
I like this. Nice cartoon style vibe, Now we know he's a pill popper. Smoking a cigar indoors. It's probably not good for your lungs. You're hotboxing a room.
As
it's
soon
not
as
even
I heard
tree.
the door creak, I knew what. See, when I tell Emma not to let anyone in, there's only one man it could be.
Snake.
Rude, arrogant, no warning. That's Mayor Rogers in a nutshell. White summer shoes, white socks, white shorts, white polo shirt, and the white smile of a hungry shark.
White as fuck.
Mayor Rogers enters every room like he owns the place. Even the floorboards under his feet sound like they're creaking an apology. He never shied away from the odd corruption scheme. It's like the devil walks behind him. In the movies, the villains controlling the city play golf with the judges. Rogers plays tennis with them instead. That's about the only difference.
Jack, I was hoping to catch you after the press conference. You ran away so quick.
He just sounds
There's
evil.
no smoking at City Hall. No reason for me to hang around.
Well, this morning I signed a ban on smoking in all public buildings. Soon you won't be able to smoke here either.
Soon enough, I won't be here at all.
That's what I wanted to talk to you about. The people of this city like you, Jack. The police chief of all people. Don't betray that, Jack. Don't get wrapped up in any schemes. Sit nice and quiet for the next 180 days, and you'll be remembered as a hero. That's the only thing that you still have left. Be the hero.
Then how am I supposed to scrape together a retirement fund?
You had a million chances to secure a luxury pension, one that
Like
even
this
I
thing
would
on
have
the table
envied,
like
although
that.
I've never set
Fine,
aside
fine.
any money for myself. I'm not planning to retire anytime soon.
Ooh.
180 days of quiet, Jack. That's all I need. I don't have any problems with you, and you won't have any problems with me.
Does that
I
sound
have
like
a
a
new
threat?
assistant, Troy Starr. If you have something to tell me, call him. But try not to bother him. He's a busy man.
I'll do my best.
My favorite part is
Quit
this
smoking up the office.
Nah, fuck
One of
this
my
part.
friends will be using it soon.
The fuck?
I'm sorry, babe. Only the mayor has this number. Mr. Mayor?
Yeah, is this Troy Starr?
Yes?
Go fuck yourself, Troy Starr.
Fucking ruthless. That dude's a savage. That was just savage. Let's talk a little bit about that cutscene real quick. You know, let's cut to the fact of what we just saw. Obviously, the mayor seems like a snake. He just has that sort of, you know, has a sort of style, the je ne sais quoi. You know, he has that thing about him. The way he dresses. He plays tennis. He's obviously young or like younger-ish, you know, fit enough, you know, not to retire anytime soon, quote unquote. You know, he seems like he was threatening our main character, so obviously I'm going to be the biggest asshole to him, but I'm going to obviously try to make as much money as I can at the same time. So let's just read these headline and stories real quick. So next police chief could be one of Boyd's subordinates, co-workers, cohorts, whatever you want to call them. Civil servants' wages won't be raised this year. Obviously, they ain't going to raise nobody. Jack Boyd converts police cooperation. But that's, like, what did I say? How did that even confirm? See, that's stupid as fuck. Either way, let's just get in his shitty car and go to work. So this is where the game really starts.
Cops don't use the police station cafeteria anymore. There's some kind of stigma against sitting shoulder to shoulder with your partners. Everybody just takes snacks from the machines or grabs a meal and hammers it down in the corner like a vulture on a corpse. The main thing? Don't look into anyone's eyes. Could be construed as an invitation to sit together. The only people eating here are ghosts. My deputy, Francis Kendrick. He recently became one of those ghosts. The subject of one of the most devastating corruption scandals in the history of Freeburg. No evidence to support the accusations, but everyone knows Kendrick's days are numbered. I need that file I asked for. Needs to be ready tonight. Francis didn't say anything, but I understood. Ghosts aren't supposed to talk. Besides, I got a feeling he was already finished.
Looks like he's diddling himself. Little diddler. Oh, and then I'm also, I don't know if this is wrong to say or if I'm allowed to say, but I'm a huge Rooster Teeth fan. I watch that channel, like Achievement Hunter specifically. I watch them like all the time. That is my cable TV. Just had to throw that out there. I'm very random, always throwing random things in there. My speech always changes up, you know. Let's just read this real quick. Tutorial: would you like to receive tips about how the game works? Since I played some of it and it's not hard to put together, you know, 2 and 2, I guess I don't need anybody telling me how to do my job. Fuck it. Man, some of these people died last time I played this game, so this is where all the magic happens. Let's hit start the day. They play some sort of old record in the background. This is what we play on. It's weird. It's like a map of the city. It's pretty cool, you know. It's really like just a bunch of clicking. I like the story. I think it's really cool concept. I don't think I've seen many games like that. It's pretty cool. So let's do this. Crime in progress. Hit and run at the Everyday Mall. A married couple exited a convenience store and saw a van in the parking lot back over a homeless man who'd been digging through a trash can. The driver jumped out to help, but once he saw that he'd hit a bum, he got back in the van and quickly drove away. So now we're gonna send Yancey and Kochi, because they're the two, you know, best we have. It's not a serious thing, but I remember last time, you know, they didn't do too well. I don't know if it was them specifically, but let's throw her. Yeah, in the beginning it's really easy. I think it also kind of like it gets harder progressively throughout the game. I'm not 100% sure, but I feel like it did get harder. I didn't really think about it too much. Either way, you know, I've enjoyed this game. I've already put in a few hours. Yesterday I got home at like 2 in the morning. I died yesterday. That's when I played the game mainly. I played it and it took a minute to, you know, watch everything. You know, it was long. It's a long thing. You know, it took forever to do. So I was up until like 4 in the morning just waiting for the cooldown times. We'll read the reports in a little bit. Doesn't really matter. A fight at Johnson, Jurgen, and Katz law firm. A brother and sister clashed with each other over their deceased father's will. According to one lawyer, we don't dare separate them in our security. I ain't shit. We can send Price and Yancey. Alright. Armed robbery in the suburbs. 3 teenagers armed with a shotgun robbed a videotape store and made off with their whole collection of adult movies. The criminals fled in the car, but the store manager rode down Janet Brown, who lives in the suburbs. We could send the rest of our people, because I think we've got some people pretty much headed back. Okay, it wasn't a 3-person. Oh, and it also, like, the amount of, like, spaces there are, slots there are for each like, cop you can choose. It means the harder it is, you know, harder the place we're going to is. So, always want to keep enough people. So, assault ghetto. So, this is 3 cops, so it's in the ghetto, so it's supposed to be, you know, worse. So, passerby saw some teenagers attacking elderly musician, run away with his guitar and his money. In order to catch the perp, I would like to send all 3 people. You have a choice of sending all 3 people as well. It depends on how good they are. So, we have fight, offender caught, officers unharmed, civilians hard, and these are loyalty, or it's just like how good they are at their jobs, pretty much. They're like experience points, you know. And every time they successfully catch the offender, and you know, that's pretty much only it. They get points for successfully catching it. They could die and stuff, and it wouldn't matter. The people who lived still get the points, which is ridiculous. But also, if you notice this line right here, this stripe, we were allowed to give out 1 a week, I guess, in the game. So, armed robbery suburb. The vehicle in question is parked right outside the Brown residence. The sounds of moaning and loud laughter can be heard through the living room window. Okay. So, we're going to go to sneak into the house through an open window, because we're not trying to let them know we're there. We're going to be offender caught, officers unharmed. We got those experience points. Let's go. So, the stripes, fight, offender caught. I figured it wasn't that big of a deal. I was just going to get she needs Price is old as shit, you know. She probably shouldn't even be an officer, but she needs experience points. We're trying to make her a reliable officer. All our officers are supposed to be reliable, so we don't have none dying on us. It's really annoying to, like, replace them. Offender caught, officers unharmed, experience points. So we've been doing pretty well so far. But back to the stripes thing. I'm allowed to give 1 every week, and it kind of, like, ranks up your person. You get a bunch of experience points, and you get a bunch of, like, you know, not a bunch of experience. It's just they're more likely to be, like, a leading officer, more likely to be, more likely to be someone who successfully goes to whatever objective it is and does well. So if you just keep building on this, their rank just grows. It's a rank, obviously. Their rank just grows, and they're just more likely to successfully complete one of those situations to defuse them. So that's pretty cool. You know, we could use a SWAT team. You don't really get to see any of it. If you saw, like, it's just kind of lines driving to the area. They're kind of like, I imagine it like we're at a dispatch station and we're watching the GPS on the car go, oh, they just got there, you know, and then we get the report when they come back. They, like, radio it in. Alright, so in the ghetto, outfitter caught, officers unharmed. Everything's all good. Today was a good day. In the day. So we have 2 shifts we can choose from. I'm pretty sure if you use the same shift again, like these are their like energy bars, which isn't good. Like, he's terrible. Like, that's terrible. Price is already beat. She just worked 1 day, and that's because she's old, I'm assuming. But I don't know if he's old. I don't know why his health bar is so low. She didn't really do anything. But the fact that they worked this day, you know, they do lose the health bar. So that just, they switch. They alternate between days. So it's not bad at all. And you can, like,
used to be when I asked Kendrick to stay late at the office, he liked to grumble and crack wise. Nowadays, he doesn't have the strength for it. Slumped shoulders, blank stare, wrinkled skin. The past few weeks, I don't hardly recognize my old friend. In his younger years, he reminded me of a gallant royal officer in an old Kipling story. Kendrick isn't just crumbling under the weight of the public pressure, but from the shame of it all. Internal Affairs raided the library he inherited from his grandfather, hoping they'd find buckets of cash stashed in the pages. Heard about the look on his face, the fearless policeman standing helpless in horror. I've known Francis for 30 years. The past 20 years he's played loose with the law. And I know that at a certain point every stolen dollar brings more misery than anything else. Probably sounds crazy, but I sympathize with the guy. What can I do? Your friends are your friends, and these are the waters we swim in.
Called all of the people on that list today. Now they know you're in business, so you could get a call from any of them. You don't need to worry about any of them. I've cleared them all.
And what kind of business are we talking here?
It's nothing too serious, just like you asked. Should be just a few small favors. Payments will vary depending on the situation and who you're dealing with. How much are you looking to earn?
$500,000.
$500,000? Why not a whole million?
Because everybody wants to take $1 million. Figured I'd try something different.
$500,000 in 180 days? Well, you could earn it all above board if you netted all the big fish and hit all your bonuses.
Never knew you for a fisherman.
Well, you never got into my business, and I'm not trying to get into yours. But be careful about bringing in any other cops. Sooner or later, they'll put the finger on you. And one more thing, Jack. I remember what you said, but I should probably add one more name to that list. Christopher Sand.
Sand. Christopher G. Sand. Everyone knows the name, but few could tell you who he is. The old man stays away from the spotlight. Always wears old-fashioned jeans and knitted sweaters. Gives to charity. Rarely attends social events. An avid hunter, I hear. Even dabbles in poetry. You'd never guess he's the head of the oldest and most powerful gang in the city. Goes back as far as his great-grandfather. And Sand is strict about following the old rules. He rarely involves himself in commonplace murders and robberies. Hardly needs to intimidate anyone to get his point across. The people who work for him each have their sphere. They provide protection where needed, even work with the authorities when they want to make a deal. Meanwhile, Sand pulls the strings without getting his hands dirty. People sometimes mistake his quiet approach. A couple years ago, an arms dealer decided to expand its business without asking permission, and his whole family paid the price. In 4 weeks, Sand killed 31 people, Old men, women, even a few teenagers. And Sands people made sure every paper reported it. Frank, I don't want to hear you say that name again.
Jack, please, listen to me. I'm in with these guys.
We agreed, Frank. That's not the kind of business I'm into. I don't go there. Never have, never will.
Told that motherfucker, like, no. Stay away, I'm not into it. Like, go. Alright, so let's talk about the last cutscene, guys. Dead just was kind of like, what's happening, you know? He's just like, here's the list, which I don't even know what list he's talking about, but list of people he must have asked for before the game started. But here's another name, and he just went into this deep story about this, like, dude who just fucking kills people. Dude who killed me last game. This guy is a very fucked up dude, and you will learn out soon why. We'll just go with reading these headlines again. But yeah, Francis Kendrick announced his retirement date, which is the partner. Legendary singer Gennaro Crespo comes to Freeburg. Doesn't mean anything to me. Construction of Cinema Museum postponed again. Obviously means nothing to me. Starting to shoot his car up. I honestly don't even think I'll be able to buy another one. I think this is just like the only animated thing they've done. So another thing is these cops come up with excuses not to come into work, and some of these excuses are absolutely ridiculous, dude. So, like, for example, I accidentally broke my bathroom mirror while I was getting ready for work. My dad always says that 7 years. My dad always said that's 7 years of bad luck, but I know that's a silly superstition. It'll probably only last 7 hours, but it might be a good idea for me to take the day off. What do you think? He's not very useful. I mean, and if you say no too often, you know, they really, the like morale kind of falls and decreases between the workers. People leave you, whatnot, quit or whatever. So I don't want him to go just because I kind of want to use him to build his shit. I got filming of it too. Yes, but come tomorrow. But like, this is so difficult for me. He's actually useful. Like, I don't want to. Alright, so these are the stripes I was talking about and who I should give them to. So, I remember he died. He's a funny looking dude, man. Like, if you just look at this face, like, he just kind of has the silliest face out of everybody. Last time I played this, I just gave Stovall a bunch of ranks. I actually gave him 3. I think I'm going to give Robin's rank. There's actually going to be a point in time where the game might ask me to do something that I just don't want to do, so I won't do it. But these are like records you can play while you're doing it. I don't really like listening to them. They're kind of all annoying, but something to listen to in the background. It's kind of like lets the game go on a little bit more smoothly and not so dead, pretty much. Kind of gives a little bit of life to the game. So we got a call for vandalism at St. John's Cathedral. We received a frightened call from the local cathedral this morning. The abbot discovered that someone entered the old cemetery during the night. The old yard's tombstones are painted with satanic symbols, oh god, and some have been broken into pieces. It seems that there are even marks from a shovel, but the abbot would say no more. So are they like beating the stones? So are they still there? Like, how am I gonna? Alright, we'll send Stovall and somebody. I don't really have a lot of employees today, to be honest, but I think I could hire. Hey, look at that. So we hit labor markets. I don't like his bald head, so I'm not gonna pick him. We'll hire him. Oh, I should have picked him. I liked him a little bit more. Shit. Hey. Ooh. It is what it is. See, I'm gonna wait until at least they reach there and I come back. It's not gonna be that serious. It's not that serious of like an issue. It's got a lot of time on it, so usually just let it load out, come back. I'm thinking around 15 seconds, so I'll probably hit it. And then I think the time stops once we hit this, you know, this button. Officers unharmed, defender caught. Good work, boys. Alright, so we're gonna send 3 of our local officers, and I don't think suspicious individual, waitress name, and that's a false call. I know because I played this game. It's terrible, but I already know that one. I just don't want like to sit here and wait for anybody to come back. It sucks. I haven't played it fully, so that's good. I wanted to like first play it and like stream it or walk through with it, but I just kind of I was like, I want to look at it. I don't know what I'm gonna like. You know, I don't know if I'm gonna like it or not. So I know that. I told you that. Vandalism. Caught that MF. Alright, so Sam, Sorkin, King, Lewis, nightclub. Mr. Boyd, my bouncer stuffed himself with Mexican food again. Now he can't get off the can. Meantime, the line outside the club is stretching. They just want someone to go there. Then they pay you to like send an officer there. It's really not shit, to be honest with you. Just send him there. I think he gets taken off the beat for a while. But I believe the days end around 24 to like 2 in the next day. 2 in the morning the next day. I believe because it's in 24-hour time. Suicide threat. We're gonna send our big boys out to that one. It's red. It was like, hey, like, you know, come now. And I know that one's gonna be a fast action. Sorry, Chief, but I quit in one night. Yeah, that happened to me last time as well, to be honest with you. And they just give you money to do it. That happened to me as well last time. I should have sent Roy. I usually send the shittiest one, but I'm just gonna hire him for shift A as well.
11.
Yeah, I figured he escaped. I wasn't trying to get him to escape. I could have sent someone there. It was stupid.
411.
Suicide report. Offender caught. He's all good. End of the day. So that means his ass quit. He said, F me. You don't give a fuck about my feelings. You are fired. Alright, guys. I think this would be a good part to end the video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed everything. I really do hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you do, like I said again, please like, subscribe, share my video. If not, you know, even if you want to say fuck you, just leave a comment. It's all good, you know. Share the hate. Let everybody, you know, make me famous because they hate me. It's all good. I'd appreciate it if you just push it around. And thanks again. See you guys. BeastNamedJoe out.